Hello and welcome back to more action from the Immortals Cup in Supreme Commander Forge Alliance. We are going to be looking at the round 1 game between Isen and Armageddon, that's their team name, and Kiss My Ass, which consists of the players Carlitos and Mize. This is a round 1 game that I was going to cast, but unfortunately I had no time. So we are going to take a look back. And after I cast this one, there should be only one series that wasn't casted yet. That would be the one between Kosher and Voodoo and whoever they faced. It was the S'more Brats. I'm not sure exactly which team that was. But anyway, we shall start to take a look at the game now. These players have set it up slightly differently. Usually it's these two islands against these two. They've set it up the other way. It's not that important. The gameplay will still be the same. So then we have Armageddon in the top, going as the Green Seraphim, and we have his brother Isen on the other island. Looks like Isen going for a quick navy. We have Carlitos going as Cybern, so nice to see a Cybern player. And we have Mize going as Seraphim. So it is nice to see a Cybern player as well as a UEF player. So we got Seraphim on Seraphim and UEF on Cybern. And I guess when it's UEF on Cyber on a water map, you can expect a very quick navy. Although I would expect that more from Cybern, but it's still not strange to see it from UEF, so pretty predictable. And so far, Carlitos is the only one who's moving to the middle at all. He might have a huge advantage. So if Carlitos can take the island, then it might give him an advantage, but obviously Isen is going to be first into the water, and he's just now getting his air factory. His ACU is going to stay home, so unless he can get a really quick transport and get to the middle, Carlitos will just have it. And in the other, on the other island, Armageddon just building up. He's making his power, he's got his ACU, he's going to make an air factory. He's actually already got an air factory. But he didn't go first bomber, so he's probably just using the fact that the Seraphim Air Factory is the best at making engineers. Now he's coming with the bomber coming up in minute 4. Carlitos is going to scout, and the key here is that if he was paying attention, he would see that the ACU was there. That would be a massive indicator to him that the island is his to take. That was a very critical moment in the game. Isen now moving to the middle. Now the key here is for Carlitos to get a factory. Once he gets a factory, he's in good shape. However, there is a frigate coming in from Isen, and if it can pick up this engineer, all things will be equal. And the Mai is scouting around as well. He's also going for a quick navy, and Carlitos now making 2 naval factories to make up for his deficit. And the frigate misses the island completely, so this is a massive point in the game with Carlitos. There's no way he won't get the factory finished. Unless and Isen is not making a transport, so that's not going to do anything. It looks like Carlitos tried to bomb the Senji but missed. Let's see what happens with that. Some early air fights with Armageddon and Mize. Armageddon is going to be making an engineer drop. It's going to be close by to these islands. If he can get a whole bunch of land factories here, he changes his mind again. He doesn't need to make up his mind. He doesn't want that flying around for too long. Looks like he's changed his mind and he is going to the middle instead of one of the smaller islands. That's a good idea. The island is under the control of Carlitos, but he's not making the right units. He should be getting some more engineers, get all these land factories up. Just one more engineer would be such a great help. But if he can always airdrop more engineers in here if he needs. Now both Mize and Armageddon getting to the middle, but Armageddon's got 4 engineers, Mize only has 1. He's going to get the factories up much quicker. He just needs to make some units and he'll be in good shape. He's also got a lot of land factories planned here. He could be thinking about a big arty spam. 2 bombers will fly past each other. Let's see what Mize has in mind. and that is a very good bomb there. Takes out 3 artillery pieces. Now, Carlitos realizes what's going on. He realizes that Isen is in the middle. And Isen, with a good move here, he's completely sandwiching Carlitos' units. What Carlitos needs to do is he needs to get an engineer and sneak it around the side so that Isen can't just kill it. Because right now he will lose the island with Isen completely sandwiching him with a frigate and his ACU. It would be faster to just reclaim the factories. So Carlitos is actually going to be saving his Mantis. So definitely knows how to keep his units alive. And the top team is just dropping all over the place constantly. Now some engineers here, and he's going to be making some land factories close by to Mize. Mize has major problems at his base. Carlitos still has the best economy though, and he keeps his Mantis alive, and he's going to be dropping them. He's moving straight into Isen's base. This is a very good play by Carlitos. He realizes these Mantis are doomed, he picks them up and just moves them along. But, okay, that interceptor did not see the transport. I was going to say that would be very impressive if he knew that was coming. Now Carlitos going Tech 2, he's making a destroyer. And there is nothing really here to stop the Mantis. He can make a few tanks, but if these Mantis were dropped right here on the edge of the water, that would be even better, because then they could just target down all the engineers. Looks like Carlitos doing very well in Navy against Isen. Carlitos is a regular sentence player. And Armmagedon relentless with these drops, coming in with yet another one. Mize is cleaning up. Now Isen has managed to secure the middle. He's got a lot of engineers of his own. The Mantis are dropped into his base, and he's making a point defense. It'll be a question of whether Carlitos pays attention and moves in before it's finished. He's moving the wrong direction, so one of them is already complete. And some quick tanks. So that drop had a lot of potential if it was dropped just there. Could kill a lot of engineers. But very easy for me to say that because I have godly vision and I know everything. It's much more difficult to decide those things when you're actually playing. It's unclear what happened. Okay, here's the destroyer for Carlitos. It is up against a destroyer from UEF and torpedo boat. And Armageddon against Mize, complete domination. A slight missed opportunity there for Armageddon to lose a transport full of arty for no reason. Mize is still definitely well and truly in the water. And Armageddon going Tech 2 Navy, he's going to try to put the finishing touches. Although Mize definitely not out of the water yet. He's still got a very good fighting chance. And the naval fight between Isen and Carlitos looks much more even, but I'm expecting it to swing heavily in Isen's favor once he can start using this island to his advantage. He's got 8 more mass extractors. That's the equivalent of having, well, that would be a Tech 2 mass extractor and a third, so 1 2/3 of Tech 2 mass extractor. So he doesn't even need to out-tech Carlitos. He still has an economy advantage. Carlitos probably getting the torpedo. It seems to make the most sense for the cost, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's getting the torpedo upgrade right now. And Isen with another great drop. Raids a mass extractor. He could just pick these up and keep on moving. Though Carlitos does have his ACU at home, so that's not going to work. And right now, Armageddon has basically dominated Mize this whole time. And there is no way for Mize to come back. He's surrounded by Navy, he's lost air. The only part where he's made any progress is over here, where he's managed to destroy some of Armageddon's stuff. And I have missed a lot of things over here because I've been focusing on Isen and Carlitos. It's been a lot more interesting. I will try to be better at that in the future, to focus on all the battles at once. Although it is very difficult in a setup like this when there's two different battles going on at the same time. Now Carlitos abandons himself. He is going to try to force Armageddon away to try to save Mise. He's got 2 Tech 2 ships in, so that's not going to be too bad. But Isen with a heavily shielded navy, this is going to be nearly impossible for Carlitos to deal with. Although now he does have the torpedo and the stealth on his ACU, so if he can just get under these shields, then since UEF are really bad with torpedoes, the only threat to him will be this torpedo boat. If he can figure out a way to kill that, then he'll be in good shape with his ACU. But at the moment, this torpedo boat is a big threat to him. Mise has lost pretty much everything. And as soon as the Tech 2 comes in from Armageddon, this battle against Mise will be decided. In the meantime, Carlitos getting his navy run over. He is trying to fight back with his ACU, but it's very difficult for him in this circumstance. Isen even attacking his base directly with a Tech 2 gunship. That's a sign of disrespect. To just move in like that with a single unit and actually be able to do damage. Mise survives. Let's see if he continues the fight. It would be rather pointless for him to do so. Although, I take that back. He has a very strong navy. Because he's been given a lot of ships by Carlitos. So, in fact, his navy right now is looking very strong. So, he could actually push against Armageddon. And Carlitos seems to be doing a good job pushing the navy back with his ACU. However, major disaster here. Armageddon drops behind him with some artillery. And what he really needs to do is get a Tech 2 point defense up really fast. Otherwise, this is going to screw him completely. His air production is about to be destroyed. He's going to lose a lot of power here. If this already moves in, it's going to be absolutely dominating. So Isen realizes he's not going to kill Carlitos with navy anytime soon. He's going to bring in torpedo bombers and with air control. I have to say, very dominating from the top team, Armageddon and Isen. I did expect the Mise and Carlitos to be very good, challengers. Miscontrol from Isen. He gets directly in front of Carlitos' ACU and gets demolished. And another misclick here. So Isen being a little careless with his navy, and he's going to take a lot of damage. He might even lose the destroyer entirely. Now a Tech 2 torpedo launcher from Carlitos, so he definitely knows how to stay alive. And despite the extra navy, Mise finds himself run over. He's been attacked by 2 players. And this is a lot of torpedo bombers from Isen. No one really wants to go into the water. And Mise probably suspects that he's trying to stay on the edge. A few gunships here from Isen just somehow hanging out on the water surface. I'm not really sure how they're doing that. This is the end of the game for Mise. And after he falls, Carlitos will not be soon after. Mise calls it GG. So Mise gets killed. Carlitos is in the process of getting his base run over. He's getting hit from the back by destroyers from Isen. Once this comes around here, it's truly game over if there was any question still. Torpedo bombers ready for when Carlitos goes into the water, if he does, because he's gonna have to eventually try to kill this destroyer, and then he's gonna die. Now he sees all the torpedo bombers. which have just demolished his factory. More already coming in from Armageddon. He's been absolutely merciless with his artillery drops this whole game against Mise. He's got a whole pack of them back here. He's got artillery all over the place. He's used it very well. He's got more over here. It's just all over the place. Got his Tech 2 production, so very professionally done by Isen and Armageddon. And now Carlitos is killed here at minute 24, and Isen and Armageddon take the first game in the series against Kiss My Ass, and we'll see who has to fight against one of these two players in the 1v1, so I'll see you guys in just a second. Hello and welcome back to the Immortals Cup. In this round between Kiss My Ass and Isen and Armageddon, some breaking news from just a few seconds ago that I saw in the lobby as I was loading this. The tag team has seemed to have managed to solve their connection problem, so I expect them to play their round 1 and then their round 2 game pretty soon, so we're finally going to get to see that. But to the point of matter, in the top right, currently 1-0 ahead, playing as the Green Seraphim on ambush the enemy in the top right corner, we have Armageddon representing his team. And in the bottom left, under enormous pressure in this game, he has to win. It is Carlitos from Kiss My Ass, currently 1-0 down, has to win in order to even up the series. So playing against Armageddon is always a very big challenge. And Carlitos very strong as a 1-versus-1 player, but it's unclear if he'll be able to do anything against Armageddon. So no pressure from either player early on. Armageddon taking his lessons from, I'm not sure who it was, but he's definitely taken a hint from another game where it looks like identical play from these two players, sending out early Selines and just having them all over the map to give them early vision. See Armageddon with really good radar coverage. Carlitos with a bad build order. But he's also doing okay. He's having a bit of a power stall early on. That's always really painful when you think you've executed your build well, but then you get a power stall and you just say, what the fuck? That's what you think. Now Carlitos has completed both factories, and now he's going to be moving out into the middle of the map. Armageddon going to get 2 factories in the middle of the map before he moves to these rocks. So, interesting choice there. So I'm interested to see Tag versus Tisba and Chevy. That should be an entertaining one. And then we will all be caught up with the round 1 games. And someone's got to cast Kosher versus Smorbrats. Probably TJ will cover that one, although someone else might. It's not important. So now Carlitos are going to get to the middle first, takes out the Celine. Armageddon realizes that Carlitos is way ahead of him. He abandons the second factory. He's just going to be moving out. So Carlitos trying to be aggressive. Armageddon cuts him off. So even though Armageddon has pushed forward, he's rapidly going to get outnumbered here on the bottom, and he's in danger of losing map control. Similarly, Armageddon trying to raid, but Carlitos is cutting him off, so advantage in map control early on for Carlitos. He has to make that count. He's got to get those factories up before he is raided too much. Do we see any quick Tech 2? It doesn't look like we do, because that has been a popular tactic in this tournament on this map, is to go fast Tech 2. Carlitos actually could get himself in a whole bunch of trouble here. Armageddon is pushing forward. He's got a lot of units in support. Carlitos is going to rally everything here, so he's going to save himself for now, but at the same time he's going to give up some of his map control. But with a great move here, he knows that the units have moved in, so he's simply gonna move back and take it. Now he's raiding through the side. He just needs to get through and kill these 2 engineers. Why are these standing still? Just needs to target these engineers. Come on, Carlitos, just target them. Gets one of them down. So no more power production for Armageddon in the near future. Carlitos once again has pushed up very far. And he's got a lot of factories now, so he will not be cut out like that again. I don't expect him to. Now he's moving a whole bunch of units to the top. Armageddon is going to have to figure out a way to respond. Carlito's going to rebuild his radar. Looks like he might have some mass problems. He's got horrendous mass problems. He needs to find something to reclaim and to reclaim it quickly. Otherwise, he's just going to see how Armageddon is doing. Armageddon with a nearly perfect economy on the other hand. So even though the battle is extremely even at the moment, it will very rapidly fall into Armageddon's favor. Carlitos now just walks into a pack of Armageddon's units. Saves himself for now, but Armageddon just pushing forward, and it is as easy as that. He gets out with 3,500 HP, and Isen and Armageddon take a point in their group. A very important point, you could say. They will be facing some extremely good teams. They've got Chris, Jared, and Black Death coming up. So hopefully everyone enjoyed this series, and Isen and Armageddon take it 2-0. So see you guys next time.